Hey, you're one of 12 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
Son of a bitch.
Delivered by DoorDash. Ding dong. I couldn't quite cut it in from the episode I wanted, so there's a little bit of Wanye talking, but I hope everyone enjoyed that vintage.
That was great.
The beginning of that episode.
That's the Chiarelli era.
Yeah, so it's Chiarelli era. The Oilers must have just lost like a shitload of games in a row because the episode I pulled it from was titled, Is This Hell?
Answer.
It was.
No. Well,
we've come out of it.
Yeah. We should go back and listen to old clips and then talk to ourselves in the past.
Yeah.
And be like, you know what? What year was that?
That was February 11th, 2019.
God.
Yeah.
That was the Chiarelli era?
He would have been walked out
at gunpoint
in January. Was it? Did he go January 2019?
Yeah. So here I'm pulling up on Hockey Reference what would have been happening right around that episode when you start by saying son of a bitch and then you say, is this hell? And Bagged Milk goes, if it was hell, it'd be a lot hotter. So that day, Feb 11, the Oilers would have just lost 4-1 to the Hawks, and they would have been on a streak where they had dropped 5 of 6. And you talk about, is it hell? They then lost back-to-back to the Sens and Ducks that weekend. Yeah. It wasn't great times.
No.
But you don't want to relive those moments.
No, but while I was digging up that intro, I found an older intro that I didn't even know existed. So I also had that one teed up for another day.
Is it the rock intro? It's like a rock song?
No, I think it was different than that. Oh, maybe it was
Mud Howlers song.
Oh yeah, it was a Mud Howlers. Yeah,
okay, that might be it then.
There's 2 different Mud Howlers songs. Anyways, your M-Chuck. Those are the olden times before you were born.
It's also a throwback episode for another reason because Chris Chalmers is here.
Yeah, it is a throwback.
Hello.
Do you remember 2018, 2019, Chalmers?
Of course I remember that.
Like they were yesterday?
Like they were yesterday. No, I don't remember shit that happened last week. I don't even remember the last time I was on this thing.
That's
probably 2019.
That makes a lot of us.
I don't think
Chiarelli era.
I actually don't think you've been on since the Oilers got bounced.
You go in once with the mayor, and then that's the end of you. Hey, you just
here's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Chris got real invested in this playoff run, and he put a lot of his personal stress into this Oilers team. And when we had the very depressing end to the season, I had to go take Cowboy Chris had to go to Montana, have a little
to cowboy country
therapy session,
to a ranch with all the other cowboys.
Just sit on the ranch, get back to basics, get back to the horses and himself and get his mind right. And
what's the what's the ranch that Jimmy goes to?
Three sixes or 4 sixes?
4 sixes? The sixes. Yeah.
It was my hiatus to the Sixes ranch to really, find myself and realize what's important in life.
Did you like what you found?
No, I did not.
No.
You ditched your neck brace
because the Oilers are important. Because the Oilers are important. And guess what? They're still out.
Bro, they went to the conference finals. It was the best year in 16
I know.
years.
No, I'm joking.
How do I come away from that season? Erect.
Well, and Tampa. Oh, hello. What do you do? You're fucking with everything here. What's going on? I sounded great.
Yeah,
now I sound terrible.
Because our levels were a little off.
I just had to touch them DJ or M-Check here is messing with the dials.
Well, my joke fell flat. Let me try again. Erect. Your M-Check, make that face again.
Ew.
That's the stuff. Everyone's hitting their marks.
But Chalmers, if Tampa gets swept by Colorado, then we look really good.
We do.
Is it good if Colorado wins 8 straight games to win the cup? Is that good?
Well, it would actually
be more than that.
It would be 9 going back to their series against St. Louis. They've only lost twice so far.
They haven't lost on the road.
Ooh, too good.
Have you guys been watching every minute of the 2 games they've played so far? Are you as invested as when they was right? Are you still?
No, not every minute, but I'll watch. This? Like if I happen to be in front of the television when the game is on, I will watch it.
I'm still posting content for Daily Face-Off. So like every morning I'm like, what? They're still playing? Like, I feel like the Oilers have been out for a month. Like, holy hell.
Well, and this is taking forever. Like the 3-day or 2-day layoff until their second game. I feel like they should have played way more games by now, but
Now that I'm paying attention to other teams' social medias for Daily Faceoff, it's bizarre how other teams get down. Like Tampa Bay has like sexy photo shoots with the players all the time. They just had one with Pat Maroon where he's like leaning over his shoulder, looking back with like his hair all patted to the side. I'm like, what is this blasphemy? It's like GQ's running an Instagram account. It's bizarre, man. Go look at Tampa Bay's Instagram.
Yeah, I'll go look at their Insta.
Yeah, man, it's strange. And then on Twitter, they're all like, "Hey, bestie," and they're talking all kid.
It's I think it's the demographic I think you're trying to appeal to, right?
Bizarre.
Like they're done trying to appeal to like diehard sports fans because they know diehard sports fans are A, hard to please, and B, there anyways, right?
And now it's like about what you're wearing walking into the arena, and it's about like your pregame signs in the crowd and shit.
Yeah, this is this the maroon video? Yeah, you're right.
Hey, looks like it's an ad for Levi's jeans, which I believe are sexy.
Mm-hmm. Very sexy.
Very sexy.
On the sexiness jeans category, Levi top 5.
They always had the sexiest catalog advertisements.
Do you know who the Levi's main spokesman is now? Jaden Smith. For real.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And he talks about like, wear your jeans longer. Don't throw things out. The earth is going to be forever. My dad was in Wild Wild West.
He wore them in Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West.
They've been around since the 1800s. They've been around since the Wild Wild West.
I can't believe we all lived long enough to see Will Smith become the enemy. That's crazy. I never thought I would see that shit in my lifetime. He's like getting axed from shit at Netflix and stuff.
Really?
Like, Will Smith, you're too spicy.
1873 is when Levi's jeans began.
Yeah, that's the Wild Wild West.
Jaden Smith started.
Yeah, Pony Express, Western Union.
Amen.
Gun fights at dawn.
Legit jeans were invented for prospectors because the work they did was so physically taxing that if they wore like suits out into the wilderness, they'd be dead within hours.
That's funny because the normal attire back then was like suit.
Yeah.
That's it. Suit.
All
or
you
suit.
owned was one outfit, but
Going
it was
swimming suit.
Yeah. It's going to go faster on the couch. 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
Do you know what they called jeans back in the day when they first came out?
Dungarees.
Dungarees. That's right. Pretty weird name.
Sounds like some Australians would call them.
I bet you people in the past, if they could see us now, would be horrified at how we dress. They'd be like, why is everyone wearing their breeches? Because that's what they used to say for like shorts.
Yeah.
Breeches.
Yeah.
They'd be like, why is everyone wearing a dungarees?
Too many people showing their ankles around these
Damn
parts.
straight. Where's all their petticoats? They'd say, where are the petticoats? The whalebone industry must be shrinking. There's no petticoats. A lot of them were made of whalebone.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
You'd wear them to go whaling.
It sounds true. Petticoats.
Whaling. Whaling was the thing.
When's the last time you saw a girl in petticoats?
Couldn't even tell you what that is.
Yeah, we call this the future. Give me a break. Embarrassing.
Gonna Google it.
You know what I was watching? It's too bad Bag Milk's not in this show, but I watched that Alone show.
But with an I.
That he put us on to that's on Amazon where they just drop people in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Have you seen this, Jay?
Yeah.
It's a good ass show, man. It taught me about humanity.
Yeah.
It's like we're not tough. We can't survive against cougars and shit, but we're crafty.
Yes.
Like the craftiest dude was the one in my mind who won, right?
Yeah.
The guy who like, even the third place guy that could last weeks was the guy who made his own guitar and shit, right? Whereas the people who showed up and they're like, this isn't the best Western, like an hour later they left.
Yeah.
But it's amazing to see like how people can endure.
Well, and like the mental factor, right? Like you are isolated for a long time.
I think though that's kind of like they said they were doing routine medical checkups on them. Right. Remember at the end. And then they would have had to pick. I was thinking about this, like the batteries for the cameras and shit. They probably need to be resupplied.
So they'll go and just give them like their little
4 or 5 days, but it's probably like Survivor where they don't give them any.
Sorry, is this the show? Is this the show that's been on? It's been on for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. I just heard about it.
It's like on the West Coast, like Vancouver.
It moves around.
Season 1 is.
It moves around.
I always get my news just through Real Life Chalmers. So unless someone talks about it on this show, I'm not familiar.
Dude, that show was killer to watch.
Good.
How these guys would just like, dude, they had nothing. Like they got a flint, I think, or whatever. And they were able to bring like one other thing, and most of them just chose like a knife.
It's like 10 items or something they can bring.
Yeah, and like it's crazy how the longer they're there, everybody's like solving the same problems one at a time their own way, right? Like when they first land, they're trying to make fire, and then one guy figures out a feather light with like the coiled wood with the wood in the middle that's dry, and then it seemed within like 2 or 3 days, other people solve the same problem different ways and shit.
And each of their own methods for catching fish, like putting on traps. Oh my God.
And
it was
water.
like the most amazing thing you've ever seen.
The one guy's drinking brackish water out of a slough. The other guy's catching rainwater. I'm like, that's so smart. Rainwater, of course.
And then there's always the day where it's just like the most inclement weather.
Yeah.
And their shelter can't keep up with it, and it's just hell for them. Like,
well, one guy built a yurt though. Like, it was pretty wild. Like, one guy's just living in a pile of leaves. Another guy built a yurt with like a garage, and he had a pool and shit.
What?
Well, no, he had a yurt though. Like, he drove all these pillars into the ground and then made a real roof.
Well, and another guy made an actual like mud hut and kept a hole in the center.
Yeah.
And it was like great for the fire and everything until it rained, and then it just like destroyed his.
One guy's eating like half a bird he found on the ground. The other guy rigged up all these weights with fishing line and shit, and he's catching fish all the live long day, living like a king.
They actually like seriously train for this shit. Like, they go and do this by themselves.
That's
for like
crazy.
2 years before, they'll do it like 3 or 4 times. Like, away from their families.
The bears and the cougars and shit, like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I'm cold. It's another thing when you're like, oh, there's a cougar in my tent and I'm about to die. That one dude that left day one, I don't blame him. He fucking was a foot away from a cougar. I'd be piecing that.
And what? He was like, fuck that, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. I was in the military. I'm a cop. This ain't it. I'm out. Called in the strike to come remove him.
You have to think they have like surveillance around them to see if there's like wildlife at nights or like
you can't have someone just die on the show.
But like, they've signed, first of all, they signed waivers. 2, yeah, good TV. 3, they'd record their own death, which is every man's dream.
Yeah. If it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah.
You know, check.
Also, though,
we don't have enough death on this podcast.
They're in such a spread out area. They're there for like 60 days, the guys who win. They can't monitor these people 24 hours a day. They don't have the budget of like the bloody CIA. There's like 2 guys who work for History TV in like Victoria that are watching one, 20-inch monitor.
I think that's a cougar. I don't know.
Every time they said cougar on the show, I was like, yeah. Cougar.
You must be it on the rock.
Yeah, exactly. You must be it. Oh,
damn it. I turned down.
Oh, there it is.
I like the On the Rocks joke. That's a really good one.
Yep.
On the Rocks, send money.
Send money.
Send money.
The bill is coming, actually. Yeah.
Where do they go other seasons? I just finished season 1. So
on the gas pump? They go on
the gas pump. They do, eh?
They go to the gas pump.
Got to live underneath a booth.
Santana's.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Santana's. Was that the one next to Cowboys? Santana's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the gallery at Mayfield?
Yeah. You can find a cougar or 2 there on a Friday through Sunday.
That might be the leader in the clubhouse for Cougars on a Saturday.
Do you even know what cougars are, you Remchuck, or those before your time?
No, it's not before my time. I'm aware of what they are.
Not late 90s cougars.
No.
That's when they were their hardiest.
Yeah, that was before my time.
These cougars today are nothing like the early aughts. Those cougars didn't have Tinder and the like to broadcast their cougarism. They had to do it the old fashioned way. The bar. Exactly.
The way the Lord intended it.
That's right. 5:01 p.m. You and the gals went down all gussied up.
Put on your finest pair of Levi's.
Yeah. Dance to Aha. And let the men of Edmonton who balled out and were at the gas pump too know what time it was.
When they were done the
Sexy
VLTs.
time with Sharon.
When they were done the VLTs.
Yeah. They were busy chain smoking and playing VLTs. Didn't have time for the bitches.
They let the girls get all their glow up.
That's right.
Get their glow up first.
They said, I'll see you in $80 and 4 packs of menthol A lights. At midnight, they all met in the middle of the dance floor and did the Cadillac Ranch, as was the custom.
That was the Cadillac Ranch was like the moment where the guys would come off of the VLTs and they would be like picking which one they were going to go. They would be like,
witness the women dancing. It was crazy going to Cowboys, Chalmers, and like you're 18 or whatever we were and like brand new to the clubs. And you're just like, oh, of course. Many times throughout the night, most of the bar breaks into choreographed dance. Well, this is just how it is.
It's you finally feel grateful for social dance in phys ed. They're preparing you for Thursday night at Cowboys.
Such a strange, like human event to come together. Like a third of the bar are blackout drunk fighting each other. Yeah. A third of the bar doing choreographed dancing and the other third of the bar chain smoking and watching the other 2/3 of the bar. You Remchuck, you missed a good decade.
It was a good run.
You missed it all.
I don't really. Yeah, by the
you're
time
at home talking into a hairbrush, getting ready for Mike Night. Hello, young Remchuck here.
I didn't really have a long run of going to bars.
Analytics.
That was my life. Me and my buddies sit around and just talk about old obscure hockey players.
I can just see you.
Well, we do this? It's a drinking game we play. Actually, it's not.
And you bring in an old box of Upper Deck cards that you bought at a garage sale for the stats. You're like, none of these cards are worth anything, but it's worth watching them stats.
You paint a glowing picture of me.
You're exactly who we need you to be.
That's a good
You
point,
live with
I
the
guess.
consequences.
Mm-hmm. I have to look myself in the mirror.
Exactly. I look your TikToks in the eye every 15 seconds and go, damn, that your Chuck is a prodigious machine.
Quickly before we keep going on, shout out to our friends at the HGA Group. They are the presenting sponsor of episode 389. We got derailed right from the jump today. So, just needed to give HGA Group some love.
How was your Father's Day
yes.
other than your Chuck boys?
Were you solo, Jay?
No, I was at home with Crawford.
First Father's Day?
First Father's Day.
Did you get a tie?
What'd she get you?
I got two things. Hot Dog got me a pillow with his face on it.
Heavy duty.
Crawford got me a pair of socks with a bunch of her faces on it.
Are you wearing them?
Well, not today. I'm going to wear them. I got a wedding coming up. They're definitely going to be worn at the wedding. But they're hilarious.
How does she look in sock form?
Oh,
the striking resemblance? There's like the weird.
There's just
socks.
little heads. There's these little heads all like it's just little. It's the same
Real
photo.
head or cartoon head?
Real head.
Okay.
Yeah, all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's it was good. We chilled. Her and I. We watched F1.
Oh, nice.
Of course.
And we watched the U.S. Open. And then in the crescendo to the day was dinner at Japanese Village. Early bird dinner. 4:45.
That's when you get the value.
Well, that's prime.
That's probably
dinner.
late dinner for your Remchuck.
Value.
So yeah, no,
That's
it was good.
That's good on a Father's Day. Hard to get anything after 5.
Mm-hmm.
There's a JV in the mall now, eh?
Yeah, that's where we went.
So there's a new JV at the Century Grill. New JV in the mall. They're resurging.
I know. Well, and
go JV.
That CIBC building is, I think, coming back online. The old building where the original JV was.
JV.
In the old like bank building.
They're not knocking it down.
No, it's coming back to life. They should move back.
Fuck.
Anyways.
Do you even remember Japanese Village, Chuck?
Yeah, I know. What do you mean?
Did you know that me and Jane Chalmers were in a band that were featured in the lobby of the Japanese Village downtown?
More, please.
Photo on the wall shit.
Photo on the wall.
Autograph shit.
You guys lied about being a band.
They thought we were somebody. So we just
tell them the real story. Okay, so
it's not a lie if they tell you so.
When you walk into Japanese Village downtown in the old place, they had what would be like a glass case of pictures of famous people who have run through there.
Mostly hockey players.
Oilers, mostly hockey players. Mostly hockey players from out of town.
Chris Chalmers shit.
Yeah. And then there was the odd celebrity who maybe had like themselves their concert there. And then there was a picture of 4 or 5 of us with frosted tips,
strapping young men
in our finest duds,
earrings for days,
necklaces, probably 30 rings between the 5 of us.
Oh yeah,
they legit thought
thick
we were
silver
a
chains, thick ass silver chains, on the outside.
If we were to gear down and put all of the jewelry we were wearing in those days in a pile, one of us could have retired.
Oh,
just that much sterling silver. Sterling silver plated.
It was a brick. Yep, 92.5.
Those are the days when Chalmers, the first thing he did would come in your house and take all his jewelry off and make a pile.
It would take, and then he would leave. It would take half an hour.
And then he would call you like 4 hours later, be like, I forgot all my jewelry. He'd come back and get it all. Because in those days, you never sit still, Chalmers. You were only about 20 minutes anywhere you went.
Well, yeah, when you're carrying all that around, it's heavy. But what we used to do is you take all your rings and you'd put them on the chain, on the chain bracelet.
Yeah.
So that they were all around it, keeping them secure.
You wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes in this era, your Chuck. You'd have been dead in an alley. Jewelry snatched.
Shunned.
You being back in studio, Wanye, like I feel like I'm not even saying anything. You just everything you keep tying back into like slandering me.
Yes. So you're the only guy I can see.
Would have been dead by
what a piece of shit.
Well,
so
young. That's aggressive.
Anyways, the JV story. Can I please get the rest of this? You were wearing lots of jewelry.
Lots of jewelry. You wouldn't have lasted a minute.
Well, we would always come to JV. Like we brought the
birthdays.
Heat.
We went for every birthday.
But we were bringing the energy. So that's the thing. Like they're like, these guys have to be someone. So
12 rice wines later. Yeah.
Since they asked, we had to tell them.
So did they come up to you and was it like, excuse me, are you gentlemen famous? Or was
who
it
are
like,
you?
Oh, that's what
was the question from the black hatted chef who was in charge of the other chef.
That's the Grand Master.
Who are you? Those days.
We said we're just an up and coming boy band.
Yeah.
They said, do you mind if we take your picture?
We said we're opening for, I can't remember who was in town. We didn't tell the big lie.
Yeah, it was actually someone was in town.
We were opening for them.
Yes.
And they were like, makes total sense.
Yeah.
Said we were from Florida. In those days, there weren't computers.
Boy bands were a thing.
You couldn't look it up. What are you going to do? Go to the library, look it up, cross the street, give me a fucking break.
It was about trust.
So they took a photo of us and they put it in the lobby.
You know why it worked? Because our crew did look like a boy band in the way that you always have like the tall, darker guy, the short white guy, the like really good looking, medium sized, like skinny white guy, the like, you know, we had diversity in our
bad
crew
boy
and the way we looked. And so, yeah, the bad boy,
Bad boy Jay, when he had sideburns, you should have seen those days.
Oh, thick old sideburns.
2 earrings.
You
wouldn't have lasted a fortnight in the late 90s. Your M-check.
2 earrings for Jay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And bracelets
still pierced.
chains, bro.
I can bring them back if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
I've re-pierced mine like within the last 8 years. I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think it was like 8 to 10 years ago. Somebody said, you should try it. It's hilarious.
At some point, there will be a trend, Chalmers, to bring everybody's earrings back, and I'm waiting.
They are.
Everybody's coming back.
Austin Matthews has an earring.
Does he? Oh, yeah, dangly one.
It's coming back.
When everybody decides to get their earrings back.
I'm not saying I looked at Austin Matthews for my fashion advice.
Clearly, you're paying real attention to his lobes.
Big ear guy.
Since you talking about trends that are coming back, I went. My Father's Day yesterday was very relaxing. But what we did was we went to Top Gun, and oh my God,
the ear piercing store in the mall, Top Gun,
Merle Norman,
Top Gun.
Oh,
Merle Norman, yeah. No, we went and saw the second Top Gun on Saturday. We watched the first Top Gun, and on Sunday we went to the second Top Gun. And I'm telling you something. When I say that this is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, I am not overstating it. It is unbelievable. And trends, Miles Teller and that mustache, my God. Yes, please. If I looked
hold on. Did you say yes, please? What did you just say yes to in your mind?
Miles Teller and that mustache and anything he wants to do.
That is.
Yes, please.
I hope we captured that on audio.
You guys have not seen it, eh? None of you seen it in that room?
I'm not a Scientologist.
Not yet.
Buddy, I'm going to tell you something. There's movies. Why don't we go to the movies? We go to the movies to feel like, to watch a cool movie that it makes you feel cool, to bring out emotions in you.
Yes. Escapism.
I'm telling you, I had
peanut M&Ms.
Emotion. Oh my God, a whole bag of them. Yeah, peanut M&Ms, bunch of popcorn. Yep, thing of nibs too. I can't go to the movie without the nibs. Wash it all down with a large Diet Coke. Anyways, so
keeping it tight.
The movie felt so cool because it's like scene for scene the first movie up until like the midpoint of the movie, but just cooler and like nowadays.
I heard there's a Val sighting, an Iceman.
There is, and like I think a lot of people thought that Val did things to himself to make him the way he is now.
No.
But it's just not the case. Well, I know that some people did. Some people still, to me, had thought like, what happened to him? Did he like just get fat and drunk? And I'm like, no, like he had throat cancer, and it's really sad. Like
there's a documentary on Netflix.
And because of this movie, they took it to like his voice to a AI company in England, and they can talk as Val Kilmer with all these weird cadences and shit.
Really? Just like a Mission Impossible. You put that thing on your neck and you can sound like anyone.
With the guy in
That's
South
when
Park?
you get the face thing.
But if you listen to the video, hold on, Chalmers, real quick. If you go to the website of the company in England that did this Val Kilmer voice thing, and you listen to the like clip of this is AI and it's allowing Val Kilmer to talk, I defy you to understand that that's not really him talking. It's crazy. What they
but it could be. Why don't they just find somebody like Jay Farrow who can do anybody's voice?
Why not have Val Kilmer talk? They just took all his old interviews and made his voice again.
Let science.
Okay. Well, he did talk in the movie, but it was cool. But the thing that it was there was about 3 or 4 scenes, and I am not somebody who like gets emotional, like crying. Like there's emotions in movies where things are tense. You're gripping the seat.
That's not true. You
like,
cried at Freddie Got Fingered. I was right beside you.
No, I don't like that movie at all. You guys are the only ones that like that movie.
You didn't like that movie?
Thing I've ever seen. The stupidest.
Is that why you were crying?
Anyways, so there was about 4 or 5 times where it just like hit me. I could feel my heart. Like, buddies, you're gonna love it if you like. It was amazing. But the reason that brought me up was because of Austin Matthews has been trying hard to get that mustache working. And now, have you seen how many people
It's all connected, Remchuk. Okay, you see?
We're not off topic here, Remchuk. It's just a winding
We're
road.
still talking about Levi's jeans.
Yeah,
here.
man.
a lot of people are bringing back this mustache because of Miles Teller. And I just think it's hilarious. And that's why earrings are going to come back. And
They will, man. I never thought I'd see mustaches come back.
That's how we round out Levi's 501s talk. Go see the movie is what I'm saying. It's amazing.
Did it make you want to volunteer for the armed forces?
No, but didn't you hear they had like some crazy jump in people applying to the Navy?
I read an article that said when the original Top Gun came out, the U.S. military basically went to Hollywood, stood at the Hollywood sign, put a signal in the air and said, we need a movie to drive up recruitment. They're like, we'll make a movie. What's the least popular branch of the military? And they're like, I don't know, the Air Force. So they made this movie. And now one of the reasons why they made it was that the military came to them was like, blank check. We need enrollment. What do you?
Well, that's what Tom Cruise movies are all about.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't enough bartenders, so he made cocktails.
Damn right.
Oh,
Scientologists.
What movie did he make to get you more Scientologists?
Interview with the Vampire.
Oh,
That was about Scientology.
Weird.
Chocolat. I don't know if he was in it, but
Eyes Wide Shut.
that's the one.
that's a weird one too.
I never
Tropic
saw
Thunder.
it. Not really into that. Tropic Thunder.
You guys should look up this video if you're going to go see Top Gun 2 of Tom Cruise takes James Corden
I saw
out
it.
for 2 straight days of flying.
2 straight
is-
days. Oh, fuck. That's not
2
too
straight days of flying. He flies him in this like old vintage style, and then he takes him out in like a more of a serious
Yeah.
jet style plane.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom Cruise is
Legit pilot.
like legit pilot.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty impressive, man. That guy. I don't know where he finds the time, but
That's all he's got
pretty
his
cool.
time.
He's got exactly. He isn't busy and he's spending time with you know who.
Like he does. Like his job is to do exactly that. Master flying.
Master flying.
Master the impossible mission.
Master debating for that debate.
well,
movie he was
and
in.
there is a new Mission Impossible coming out too, by the way, as per the previews in the Top Gun movie,
Ghost Rogue Protocol. That's my guess for the name of it.
called Dead Resurgence.
Oh
No, I don't remember. Something like that.
Do you know why the term Renaissance is trending on Google these days? You Chuck?
Mm-mm.
Name of the Beyonce album.
Oh, I had heard about that. New Drake album stinks.
Stinks.
What? No, it doesn't.
Stinks.
No,
What?
it doesn't.
Oh, it's good. There's like 4 really good songs on it.
That's not the Drake I like.
Did you like the song
Okay, but-
Passion Fruit?
Not really.
Oh, okay, then yes, of course.
Yeah, it's not my genre of Drake.
because there's like 8 different Drakes, bro. Get with the
I
program.
know.
I don't think Drake, and I don't think he should have had to, but if he would have explained what he was trying to do with this album a little bit better, I think people would get it more. It's not supposed to be normal Drake. Like he's
I know.
trying to do something a little differently.
He's going
And-
country.
No, it's like,
Mhm.
it's like, I heard it described by a DJ as a bunch of radio edits. Like a lot of the songs sound like his old songs.
Yeah, the
Just
head producer is a South African like house DJ, and he made the song
Yeah.
Passion Fruit. And
Yes.
it's like 2 albums old. And he's like, I want to make an album of passion fruits.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, well, he's able to do whatever
There's
the
a
hell he
couple
wants.
really good dance songs out of that.
Yeah, I don't like dance music, which is why it's not really my
I
speed,
can just see you
know?
standing in the corner at a dance festival, not participating.
No, never.
Frowning,
Oh man, the D floor is where it's at, bro.
wondering about baseball, probably.
Some of my best nights can be attributed to just cutting a rug.
Only when it's ABBA.
boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, see, that's placating. You can dance to anything.
Cadillac Ranch, if you're a
I
Cowboys.
know I can dance to anything.
When you put your windows, you got your windows over there and your walls over there, and you know the rest.
The first time I ever heard that song, Chalmers, was when we were in Cancun at Senior Frogs, and you came in rapping to the beat from the window to the wall. And I was like, this is
Oh,
a
yeah.
moment. I'm having a moment. That's when we all went off the water slide into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Your M-Chuck, you wouldn't last a minute in Senior
That's the
Frogs in
6th time you
Cancun.
said that he wouldn't last a minute.
These kids are so soft, Chalmers. Do
Well,
you think
first of all,
he has
it's
the wherewithal to live through Senior Frogs or
The-
Coco Bongo?
the flight time alone.
Yeah.
he couldn't live through.
No.
How long of a flight?
Let alone
Five and a half?
6.
I could do 5.5, 6.
Yeah, could you?
I think the rule I set was anything over 6.
Would you go on a water slide in a nightclub?
Yes.
Oh, would you?
Yeah,
I
into a
thought you'd be
lagoon?
like, terrible idea.
That-
Into
that
a
throws-
lagoon outside of the club
Sure.
with sharks.
Kind of
Stingrays.
That was when Jay was in his
Death
mankini
sharks.
era, and everywhere he went in a mankini. So when he geared down the bar, he's like, "Well, fuck it, this is what I live like."
Let's also
The
be
lifestyle.
serious about this. We're not talking about the blue lagoon here. We're talking about this is pitch black. You don't see what the lagoon looks like, and then walk by it the next day.
Yeah.
This thing is a green
Tyler
marsh.
Remember that
Yeah,
epic
it's gross,
photo we had
actually.
of
It's
you
just gross.
shooting out of the water slide?
Oh, yeah.
Where is that?
Oh,
Lost.
on some
It wasn't even digital. It was a real photo.
disposable Polaroid. Yeah.
You ever pay $60 for a photo on a water slide in a nightclub, Chalmers?
No, I never have.
Yeah, you were there.
I wouldn't do that. I
Yeah,
was
it was a
there,
trick
but I
question.
wouldn't do that.
You did.
You were there. Jay did.
You did it.
That's the last best part of the trip, the last 5%. When you say, "Yeah, I will get the photo in the nightclub on the water slide. Thank you."
It's
Epic moment.
it's so funny when you go to Disneyland and you're like on like the Tower of Terror, which I think is now
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Tower of Terror no longer terrifies?
No,
No, it's the same ride. It's just they rebranded all the
Oh
time.
my God.
corporate.
Or you go on Splash Mountain and then so that everyone just runs out because they have their photo on the wall digitally. They run up and do a quick with the
The original
snap.
NFT scam?
Yeah, snap with their camera and run away.
There was actually somebody there trying to stop me from doing that when I was there.
Oh, I know you. That's why you gotta be crafty. You gotta be cheeky.
Yeah. Tower of
You
Terror.
can
is
go to
so
Disney
good.
jail if caught.
That's a
I wonder
bad
what Disney
jail.
I remember when we signed up for the photos for the Sydney Harbor Bridge. I was like, I'm getting these photos, but look at them all the damn time. They give me like a memory key and shit. I'm like, I'll have this forever. I've never even figured out how to read it. Here I'm checking.
I don't have the
$70.
device needed to plug
Climb
into.
the bridge, saw Blinky Bill, the light at the top. They named him Blinky Bill. Now, whenever I see Sydney Harbor Bridge on TV, I see Blinky Bill and I say, damn, I've been this far away from you, Blinky Bill. You couldn't
You wouldn't
climb the
last
Sydney-
5 seconds.
He
at the
couldn't
Sydney Harbor
climb the
Bridge
Sydney
without
Harbor Bridge with a jetpack. FYI.
So what do we? So this is so.
Anyways, yes.
I mean, I've been gone for 2 straight weeks. What else do we talk about now?
Well,
that hockey's
Chalmers,
gone?
we lost
Yeah.
the Kuzmenko sweepstakes.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Because we took him to Joey's when we should have
Who'd he
taken him
sign
to
with?
Earl's. Vancouver.
Who is this person?
Somewhere between Vadim Shipashev and Kirill Kaprizov, or, maybe he's Artemi Panarin, maybe he's Anton Slepyshev, maybe he's Anton Belov. Like, who knows? I don't know. Maybe he's Alex Radulov. He's just a Russian free agent. He's his own person.
That really painted a good
So-
Could
picture.
be anyone,
He
really.
could just be any person from Russia, basically.
So his numbers in his last season are better than Panarin and Kaprizov's numbers in their last season in the KHL. The only difference is he's 4 years older than Kaprizov.
How old
was.
is he?
He's 26. He's older than McDavid. And he's small. He's 5'11". Speedy,
That's not small.
skilled. It's very short, Chalmers.
How old was Panarin when he came over?
Well, it isn't, but
Wow, I mean, depends who you talk to. I
In the
guess.
civilized world.
Panarin was
ask
24, 23?
Kyler Yamamoto.
It's true.
Okay, so he's similar to Panarin's age.
Yeah. Similar to Panarin's age. But anyways,
it would have been. It would like I was kind of just interested in like if you got him, that's great because it would have been such a cheap experiment.
I know, right?
That's the whole reason. Like I don't know if we need him, but
And these Russian free agents are always it's a roll of the dice, right? Like I said, you could be getting a guy. Remember that guy Vegas signed who came over and played like 3 games and they were like, wow, you're out of shape. You're going to the minors. And he was like, actually, I'm going back home. And then he left and no one heard from him again.
Really?
He just like dipped and went back. I'm exaggerating a little bit on like how many games
he played on the national team and stuff.
That reminds
Like,
me of
he's still around.
Kovalchuk. Remember when he dipped on Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
after
came
signing
back
a
and LA's
monster
like,
ticket.
yeah, the biggest contract ever. It was the number 1 contract in the history of the league. And then he left and then came back and LA's like, well, we'll take a chance on you. Terrible.
But then he went and he had like a good little run in Montreal and stuff. But yeah, so the Shipachyov guy, he had better numbers than Panarin, Kaprizov, and now Kuzmenkov. And he came over, he played 3 games, scored once, and they were like, we're sending you to the minors. And he basically like outright refused it. He was like, no, I'm not going to the minors. I'm going back to Russia. And he was back in Russia like a month later.
They should go get Alexander
Still lighting it
McGillney.
up.
He was great.
Still hitting it up.
Yeah, since this is like a copycat league like the NBA, I want a big Russian like Nichushkin. I want someone like him. Let's find that guy.
So today on the rundown, because Nichushkin is a unrestricted free agent this summer.
Is he?
Oh,
He's getting his money right now, boy.
Frank said the comparables are going to be the Hyman deal and the Russ deal. So like mid to high 5s on a long-term deal. Whoever signs that is going to regret it in 24 months. I'm not sold on him. I think he's getting a huge bump from playing with the Avs.
I'm shocked that you're saying
Avs should
you're
try
not
and
sold
keep him.
on him with that kind of ringing endorsement that whoever signs him will be filled with regret in 24 months.
I don't know. I just think this is a guy who's like peaking at the right time in a contract year, who's had a bunch of like really average seasons and one terrible season.
What did he do to you, Tyler?
Nothing. He didn't do anything to me.
Okay.
I was watching, you know what I was watching yesterday was the 2022 Gaming World Championships because my kids are really into that shit.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing NHL 22.
Oh.
So it was between like these. We only saw the semis and then the final, but these guys all get to come in with their own teams. They get to trade all these players. So like one guy was playing as the Ottawa Senators, but he had like Kyle Connor, like in net he had Vasilevsky. He had like Draisaitl, McDavid. Like they make themselves these like all-star teams. And
there's no salary cap?
No, I don't know if there's a salary cap. I was trying to find out. I was asking my son how it worked. He didn't know.
Doesn't the league even in that game, doesn't the league have to approve the trade? Don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but so here's what the thing. This guy was making waves with Puljujärvi. And I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, video game Puljujärvi.
Yeah, I wish we could have video game Puljujärvi. Anyways, it was pretty intense too. These guys are unbelievable players. But that's a big Nichushkin style guy who could, if he just got big, man. Oh my God. Get tough and learn how to play hockey.
Who?
Boy, what a Puljujärvi. Big.
He's big.
Tough.
He's big.
He
can skate.
Do you think he stays in E-Town, Jay?
I don't think so.
I think this Kuzmenkov news gives Puljujärvi a better chance of being here next season.
That's fair. But like, if you're the Oilers, what do the Oilers sign him for?
2x2, 2x2.5, 2x2.75, not 2x3.
Wow, you just keep going up.
2x2.75.
Oh, 2.2.
Yeah, I think that's
2x2.
That's where the Oilers would like to be around.
How about a 1 year, $2 million deal?
Yeah, I think Puljujärvi would even take that because you want to try hit the market when you're at your peak, and right now he wouldn't be entering the market at any sort of peak, right?
What about Yamamoto?
He just put up 20 goals.
Oh, here an interesting question. If you could go, let's say you have enough money and you can get either McLeod or Yamamoto for 7 years at $3.5 million. Which one would you give the contract to? You can give it to one of them.
Yamamoto or the Bison King?
No, or McLeod.
Oh man.
Or
the Bison King if you wanted to.
One player for 7 years? Either one of those for 7 years?
I'm leaning towards McLeod because I'm worried about Yamamoto and injuries.
why do you have to give him so long?
Well, it's just a circumstance.
I think it's a circumstance. I think you would too.
Okay, well,
right?
here's
Like a young guy
my
like
thing.
that.
Here's my thing. If you're going 7 years, the chances of you having him after the fourth is pretty slim.
Why?
And you're hoping, because I don't think that you keep a guy like either of them is gonna hit a peak and then go downhill, and you're not going to keep them the last 3-4 years of your deal. You're going to try to get out of that when you think.
McLeod?
Now, McLeod is the one that has the most amount of upside, in my opinion. I think this playoffs, I saw what I think is the best that Yamamoto has to offer. You think he's got another step in him?
Yeah.
McLeod's still developing, I think.
So is
McLeod seems like he's got lots of steps ahead of him.
McLeod has no teeth. You got to factor that in too.
I think you got to keep Yamo. Like it seems like Yamo was really the room glue guy.
Yeah. And
all
the
them
other thing
handshakes and hopping up and down.
Yeah,
and
so
shit.
you got to keep him for that.
Just because he's been up and down too. Like McLeod, he's been up and down a little bit, but it feels like Yamamoto's been here for so long that I feel like we have this idea that he's older than he is. He's only 23. Like if you sign him for 7 years, that's like the heart of his career. Like you'd be getting the best years of a guy like that.
Hit him with a 7x5 and just be like, grow into your shoes.
7x5, I think is too much.
No, 9x5.
Get the CBA reopened.
Hit him with a Bobby Ho leak, 9x5.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll have the league reject it.
Yeah.
Which team was that again? Jersey?
No, Rangers.
I was the Rangers. Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with the RFAs. I think Puljujärvi is a better chance. If you're a big Puljujärvi fan, you applaud the fact they didn't get Kuzmenkov or Kuzmenko, whatever the hell it is. Because I think there's a better chance they keep both Puljujärvi and Yamamoto now.
Do you think the Rick DiPietro contract was a good sign?
Well, we should,
Looking back in time, do you think it was
bad
a good
deals?
Move? Oh,
how weird.
bad deal.
the DiPietro contract has outlived the guy who signed the deal on the other side. Yikes.
Charles
They're
Yang?
still paying?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
The owner?
Charles Yang's dead.
Yeah, okay.
So like,
But
DiPietro-
Dead. Listen to
You
you.
realize he was like kind of old when he signed that too.
I know,
Okay.
but still, that's still a fact that
They're not still paying DiPietro.
I'm sure many people have died under Bobby Bonilla's contract.
Well,
Has the owner of the Mets died? He sold the team.
New generations of the ownership have passed on now.
now Cohen owns it, the Wall Street Titan.
Rick DiPietro is going to be still getting money until 2028-29.
Earned every penny.
And this is on the cap.
He earned every
No,
penny.
they use their compliance buyout on it. So it's 0 against the cap, but every summer they got to send him a check for $1.5 million.
The best.
Man, good for Rick DiPietro.
And he like crushed it under the weight. Like he was, remember that one interview where he's like, I want to drive my car into a tree. Remember?
Yeah, that was not good.
Ugh.
When your agent got you so much dough that you're just like feeling guilty 24 hours a day.
Ruins your life. Yeah.
15-year deals. That's no one should. I can't believe that was a thing.
Even if they wouldn't have bought him out, the deal would have only expired 2 years ago. That's crazy. 4.5 per. I mean, good value if it would have worked out.
He's been making $4.5 million the entire
No,
time.
$1.5 million because of the buyout. Yeah, fuck, that was not.
Bless you. He could still come back.
Jesus.
How old is he? He was born in 81. So
He
he's
could
40.
still come back. Good value.
You should, yeah.
1.5 for a starter.
That was me.
Oh, it looks like a crime scene. Jay sneezed on the wall.
Oh my God. We have to like watch that now.
I'm a heavy
What?
sneezer.
It looks like he killed someone. Blood
So glad I'm
splatter.
not in there right now.
Where is this going to even fit? What kind of laundry machine is going to fit this giant green screen?
You're going to have to burn
You
it.
sneezed on the green screen?
Yeah.
Well, it was either that or your Remchuck.
Why don't you sneeze in your arm like a normal person?
I'm wearing a gray shirt.
It
now-
would.
It would have dried before you left there.
Well, it'll dry here.
You sneezed on Roger's place.
Well, steam. Yeah.
Can they see it? No, you can't.
Okay,
The tree is the snot,
Did
eh?
you
Down by
guys
his
talk
elbow?
about the most?
There's no snot.
Did you talk about the most amazing stat from this playoff for the Stanley Cup Finals? The Jaromir Jagr stat. Did you talk about that on the show yet?
No, I haven't. You can say
It is the first time in 40 plus years since 1980 that a player that played with Jaromir Jagr is not in the Stanley Cup Final.
I think
It's
it's
the
like
first
the
year
70s,
since
isn't it? Like
1980.
I think it's like 1970 something. Isn't it?
Holy shit.
No, yeah.
Everybody
it
on
starts at
Calgary's gone? Like when he was there at the end?
What do you mean?
Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh,
Stanley
I
Cup
mean, there's
Finals.
not, but like I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
no,
there were
just the
still
finals.
guys.
Like the
Like there's
Just
no
the
one
final-
that he's played with
in the
that's in the
finals.
finals.
And I said,
Yeah.
like even Calgary at the end, because that was his last team, right?
yeah.
Calgary.
Yeah.
Damn, JJ.
The goddamn JJ always keeps paying off.
And he's still playing too.
Still playing.
Oh yeah.
But it's like he's playing out of like necessity because if he doesn't, like the team won't sell tickets. And he's like the owner.
It's like when Jose Caden Seiko came to Edmonton. We saw him with a pint.
Oh, yeah.
So you know who's going to be in the baseball league that the Riverhawks play in? Golden
yeah.
Tate
Really?
Tate, wide
Golden
receiver
Tate.
Golden Tate.
for Port
He plays for
Angeles.
Who dat?
Yeah,
The lefties.
The lefties.
Former NFLer.
Wide receiver.
He made it in baseball?
Oh.
Whoa. If you get to play the Riverhawks, you're legit.
Actually, Riverhawks, it's decent ball. Like they can hit it out of the park. I won the game.
Dude, this is-
3 home runs.
This is taking us back to the PCL, bro. This is like the first time we've had like good baseball here that was actually a league where where it was like attached to Major League Baseball.
It's
in some
affiliated, yeah.
small,
This is an
small,
affiliated
small
ball, though.
capacity.
It's affiliated with Major League. Because I saw the MLB logo on their hats
So with your face, your M-Chuck.
or their
So
jerseys.
Incredulous.
I
You
just don't
wouldn't
know
last 3 at-bats for the Riverhawks.
I would
You'd
not.
strike out.
I would. Once Eric Sabrowski, our boy, once he's recovered from his Tommy John, he's going to throw BP for us. We're going to try hit him.
Is he? Well, but it's BP pace, so that's good. Yeah, I want to do batting practice. I want to. Oh fuck!
Every time I think about Eric,
but I really want to try to hit one out of the park.
every time I think about him listening to this show, I'm like, we really got to pick it up.
You think if someone
I
was
know.
throwing you
I
BP,
know.
you could take one out of ReMax Field?
No,
Chalmers?
hey, listen. No.
You don't
Jay,
think I could?
don't- Jay,
Not even.
I know you can't. Jay, I
What,
know you
Jay?
can't.
I don't think if I gave you 30 cracks, I don't think you would even hit one hop to the fence.
You could pick. You
Really?
could pick
From a
whatever shot you
Riverhawks
want.
pitcher?
JR.
Just from anyone
JR?
throwing a BP.
No,
Just
like
BP.
6K an hour. What?
JR, I care about you.
Yeah,
So
aluminum
I'm gonna
bat.
tell you whatever you want. You can use whatever kind of ball,
You've
whatever
seen
kind of
me.
bat you
I
want.
don't know. You've only seen me hit softballs, but I'm just wondering.
We have a box there, Chalmers. We could arrange this batting session.
Like I launched softballs.
Hey, Jay, when we played softball, who was the number one home run hitter on our team?
Chalmers.
No, it was you.
Yes.
No, it was me. Yeah.
Who was it?
It was me.
It was JR.
Oh.
And who was number 2, JR?
You.
Yes. I was in ReMax last year and I was crushing baseballs.
Yeah, but just because you hit a home run, we both hit home runs doesn't mean mine don't go 100 feet further.
Oh
look
my
out.
God. I want to see this. You are going to embarrass yourself.
Okay, how far are you getting him, Chalmers? How far are you getting him?
They were one hop, roll about 10 feet from the fence.
Fuck.
Crushing them,
It's
Jay.
a big park, man.
325 though, down the left.
Over the green monster.
No, that's 420. That's a big rip. 320.
You cannot hit a baseball 320.
Fuck.
What am I? There's a guy.
I've always wanted to do it because that's like a major league size ballpark. It's just been a dream of mine to try.
Dude,
So like Sidney Crosby did it. I'm not saying like he's little.
We have a
He's
practice there on
and way
Thursday.
more muscular.
We have a practice there on Thursday. JR, come with me.
Can I come?
Can you come? Yeah, sure. Come. Everybody come. No,
Well-
we have a practice there Thursday. We have a guy on our team who's a big, strong guy who played baseball and he wasn't
can't?
getting them. No,
Oh shit. Fuck.
dude, it's far, man. It is like way further than I would have thought. Like before I stepped in that.
This is
that place
really
to remind
humbling.
myself.
This is really humbling.
Come on Thursday. We'll have the L screen out there. We'll throw you some
Aluminum
BP.
bat?
Oh yeah.
Juiced bat?
We were using a fungo.
I don't know what that is.
Well, yeah, a fungo's going to kill you a little bit.
Was that a foam bat?
It's like a
Plastic
It's a-
bat?
it's
One of those
a-
oversized
no, it's a
plastic
wooden-
bats?
No, it's a
Novelty
wooden
plastic bat?
It's for coaches to like hit.
It's a
Practice
wooden
balls,
bat, and
yeah.
it does take a bit off of it, so you can kind of swing harder. But we were using aluminum. We were using like adult aluminum bats too, and we were not getting them out.
Oh shit. Damn, this
Yeah,
is
man,
so
I'm telling
disappointing to hear. I gotta try though.
The thing is, with BP too, you even want somebody throwing it a little harder than
Yeah, you need like 60K minimum.
yeah, and that's hard to get from like you got to bring somebody in there that can do that. That's tough. When I'm throwing
then I
BP,
still
I'm
gotta
throwing
hit
like
it.
45.
You gotta
and then you still got to hit it. Yeah.
Oh man. I gotta try.
I'll come out.
I was talking to-
I can hit 60 still. I can easily hit 60.
Well, I'll
but-
get there.
But like accurate from behind an L screen.
Yeah, I could. I was a good
Screw a
ball
guy
player,
up so
Chalmers.
hard.
Goddamn. My career
No, I
ended
know.
quickly.
I'm not saying
What
that.
happened?
That's a good ball player.
Steroids?
No, I started getting cut from the good teams.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And you picked up the mic?
Yeah. picked up the mic.
You know what? I will
Dialed your
never
way to the
discredit
top.
you as a ball player. I can tell you were a good ball player by your body.
Chalmers, don't you look at his body on the air. We'll all go to jail.
Chalmers,
Yeah,
the
what are you,
issue
the
for
Tampa
me.
Bay Lightning Instagram account?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chalmers,
Yeah.
the issue for me is that I was a very late bloomer. Like I was like 5'6" until halfway through grade 12.
Oh wow!
Really? I would have guessed you were like
halfway
tall
through grade
young.
11. I was probably
I was
close
also-
to
I
60
was-
when I graduated.
I was
was-
five.
Chalmers used to be 6'5".
Mhm.
Yeah. You got shorter every year.
I went from
Yep.
5'7" to 6'3" in high school.
In an hour. You could hear him growing down the hall. It's like,
That's 8 inches.
damn, someone's growing, they said.
I got this.
Yeah.
I got the marks on my back to prove it.
I was gonna say you got the marks to prove it.
You know what else is 8 inches, your M-Chuck, huh? You wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
High schools
seriously,
in the
so
late
That one
90s.
just more or less made me
High school in the late 90s, you wouldn't have lasted.
Old Zombrowski Sam Browski, he DM'd me on Twitter once because of something we were talking about. He wanted to give me the straight facts on a baseball thing. And I said to him, I'm like, dude, come to Edmonton and teach my kids how to pitch. And he was telling me all about his like rehab. And when he's coming back, like, man, he's in a lengthy one there. And like,
Chalmers, act like you've been there pitching DMs to the big leagues. Don't be asking for no special
He-
coaching and shit. Just
He
be like,
DM'd me the other
tell him you'll coach him.
yeah, say, look,
Yeah.
I coach the players' kids.
you leave the Guardians training facility in Arizona and come to Edmonton where I will get you back from Tommy John a month quicker.
He did send a message for you the other day.
For real?
Eric did, yeah. He said, let your boy Wanye know that the old infield at ReMax was a certified health hazard. It was basically a bed sheet over an asphalt parking lot. It's like great.
It looks amazing right now.
It looks awesome now, but it's spongy.
Go check out a Riverhawks game. It is a good time.
How's the hospitality service?
It's improved.
Is it?
Everything's improved.
Excellent.
Speed of service.
Yes.
Quality.
Good.
You
Good.
can't. You actually. They're on top of it.
Good. It's hard to.
Are the outfield bars open yet?
The one was. I think they have two.
They do. They have one on the right side. And one on the left side.
The one on the left side was open.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all high top tables. You can sit at like a high top table, watch the game, go get a beer.
I got my hat. I should have worn it. I'm gonna wear it this week.
Question for you. That comes from my father. He wants to know when I can take him back to a Riverhawks game in that box. Because I took him once for a prospects game there.
You set the bar too high. Now you can never take him.
Our box is now behind the dugout of the Riverhawks.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Heavy duty.
It's heavy duty. It's and you can get a glow on.
Do you think that they're
in
kind
the
of
sun the whole time? It's great.
We don't like. There's still a box, or are you in that seating area?
No, it's a box.
Oh yeah. You're basically a Riverhawk here, Chuck.
You're right behind the dugout, so it's great.
They play a lot. There's got to be some opportunities to go.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
You should go to the game, then tell the Riverhawks that someone once told you had the body of a baseball player, then like pose for them and be like, "What do you think?
I'll get the
think
calendar.
I got it? Think I got what it takes?"
We've already given it out. We're giving it away to some charities and also through Oodle Noodle. So I'll check out what our available nights are. We should have a nation night.
We should have a nation.
Oh yeah,
you can invite your dad.
God, it was so much fun.
You should throw the first pitch.
Crawford's been in the box.
I dream of throwing out a first pitch, but going knuckleball, just letting a knuckleball.
You should. Then your dad could be there, and you could throw.
Coombs throwing out a first pitch.
I know
numerous times, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, at a Blue Jays game for BJ and Radio.
Oh, shut up.
It did. Speaking of Blue Jays, Tyler, tell everyone about this trip we're going on August 12th to 15th. Chalmers, get your head out of your ass and come on a trip.
Yeah,
you guys,
Chalmers,
you guys in your planning. That's like a month and a half from now.
2 months from now, Chalmers.
Okay,
and we leave Friday morning, August 12th, and we fly to Toronto.
Yep.
We then get a bus from the airport to the hotel. You drop your shit off. We then head downtown, which we already are, but closer to the stadium downtown.
Past Drake's house.
Right past Drake's house. Maybe at Drake's house.
Meet at Drake's house.
Crush some Cristal with Drake.
Yeah.
Got to.
Just rob the OVO merch store.
Yeah.
Rob it.
Then we're going to go to the Jays game.
Rob the J shop.
And just crush dogs, beers in the home run zone. So we're gonna.
Yeah. Are you in 232?
We're one below. We're in the 100. We're right below it. So we're even better.
No. That's like the $2 dog section.
Oh, right? We're getting. Oh yeah. Well, I'm crushing dogs.
$2 hot dogs.
Shohei Ohtani is going to be a Blue Jay by then. I can almost guarantee it.
Potentially.
And then the next night, then after we go out and have some fun, then the next night
they play the Riverhawks.
The Riverhawks are in town.
No.
Go to a morning Riverhawks game. We go have some fun. We go and adventure the city throughout the day.
Hockey Hall of Fame.
Tyler really wants to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. Optional for anyone on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to a TFC game. We get our soccer scarves on.
That's cool.
Okay.
And we get our chant on.
Okay.
Then head out again on the town. Have some fun. Next day.
Past Drake's house.
Back to Drake's house.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's Sunday brunch at Drake's house.
Oh, nice touch.
It's Sunday brunch at Drake's house.
Lovely trip.
After brunch,
yeah.
Maybe Drake's serving up some mimosas.
Never know.
We'll then make our way back downtown and go to another Jays game. Still reeling from the brunch at Drake's.
You wouldn't last 5 minutes at Drake's house, by the way, your check.
And then have another night and then come home on that Monday. It's just a perfect little 3-night trip.
4 days, you're in, you're out.
In, you're out, man.
It's great. I'm so excited for it. Obviously, I love watching live baseball. If you've never seen live baseball, this is the trip to come on because it's so much.
Good time.
Yeah, like if you're one of those people that's like, oh, it's boring on TV, then you'll like it in person. If you're one of those people that's like, oh, I like watching baseball on TV, you will absolutely love it in person. The game flies by.
You don't even need to like baseball to go to
baseball live. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's so like, just like, I feel like if I sit back in my chair, I just like, it just feels different. Like hockey, I'm like intense in my chair. Like baseball, like just sit and I relax and then I just consume everything.
It's the most relaxing sport to watch. I loved it when we went there with the kids. Like you have time to go to the bathroom. You don't miss too much stuff. But like when the play starts getting hot and heavy, it is exciting as all hell. And the Jays are exciting. Like that's the one thing about them. They're a good team. They're exciting. Who are they playing when you're there? When you're there?
The Guardians.
Okay. How are they doing right now?
Well, they took over Tower of Terror.
My MLB table.
Hey, you're out there. We go.
My favorite button.
Baseball joke.
Baseball joke.
We are also doing the Oilers Nation Open again.
So that's what I heard.
We're golfing.
It's like let's go to Toronto, come home, spend 2 days to recover, just to hit cattail and do it all over again for one day.
Buddy, this is the industry, man. This is grinding.
Sounds like our own version of a tough week. But
So
I like it.
Are we doing Team Real Life again in that tournament?
I mean,
Yes.
okay, we're doing
We
it.
almost won the damn thing. We got to.
So Fanny Pack Freddy has reached out saying he's already made a bid and we haven't even done it. And there's another Nation Real Life listener, Cody Chambers, who's going to be aggressively pursuing this, which is great. It's raising money for charity. So whoever may the best bid win. So we'll launch that here at some point.
Yeah, we'll launch that.
Or should we just launch it now?
No. I want to wait a little bit. I want to get closer to the event. So maybe we'll say like a month before the tournament, we'll launch our bidding. Because that way it still gives people time if they don't win the bidding of this to go buy in, right?
Okay.
So we will do Team Real Life. We'll auction that off. Yes.
Will you golf in the romper? If we hit a certain dollar.
No, it would rip. Like, I don't think the romper would survive the round.
Okay.
You think you swing that hard?
I think I don't think I know the romper's that tight.
Ooh.
It's pretty tight in the crotch, and I don't think that the golf movement is the best. It's like trying to do squats in that thing. It ain't going to last.
You'll hit 1 40-foot birdie putt and blow the groin out? Is that what you're saying is going to happen? Ba-boom!
I'm saying it wouldn't even make it that far. It'd be like first tee shot and you'd see my full ass.
That's worth paying big money for.
Yeah.
Now you're going to get them bids up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think, are you sure that there's, because I know of about 3 people outside of my circles even that are putting teams in for this. And again, people are looking forward to this
Streets
one.
are talking.
Streets are talking. So do you sure a month gives people enough time to get into it and it's not going to be sold out? You almost got to guarantee if they put a bid in that they got a spot available. That'd be tough to do though.
Yeah.
Or should we do it sooner?
Okay. So maybe I'll sort it all out and we'll launch the bidding Thursday's episode.
Sure.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. Cool. That's good.
In the name of Gregor's Grads.
Is that what we're picking?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the whole tournament.
That's what the whole tournament's for. Yeah.
Yep.
You get to see Gregor cry. And speaking of Gregor, my God, did he have himself a weekend?
Oh my God. I was like, dude, do you have paddock passes? He's like, he said, man, we said, fuck it. If we're doing it, we're doing it. He went and bawled.
So
yeah, he did.
In our DFO rundown group chat, Frank and I were like, hey, Monday's podcast, like, let's talk about this. We're like prepping. And then Gregor just comes in. It's like 9:15 in the morning mountain time. He's like, I'm so drunk. There was unlimited mimosas at brunch.
Where was he? Drake's house?
He had brunch with Lewis Hamilton.
Damn it.
Sir Lewis Hamilton.
At Drake's
when
house.
in Rome.
Yeah.
His Montreal house. Yes.
We should almost get Gregor on to talk about the F1 experience here.
Oh, we should. I want to know if he because I really want to go to an F1 race.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to do it the way Gregor did, but I don't know if I have the means. I want to know everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so much going on, hey, that you want to be everywhere at once. I don't know. Could you just chill long enough to appreciate the moment that you're having? Or would you be thinking about what you're not doing at that moment? You know, it just seems like it's so busy. It's so big.
Yeah, but the good thing where he had paddock passes. So he's you're seeing the race in one spot, just like everyone who sits, but then you also got the paddock action.
Yeah.
Anyways, I got to jump on a call. I am sorry. Well, it's past 2.
Classic. Shout out to our friends at Cattail Crossing and Alfa Romeo, luxury sponsor. And Campio Brewing, if you're looking for a nice spot to grab a bite to eat here on a nice summer day, Campio Brewing is the spot to do it. Also, Oodle Noodle and DoorDash. Promo code RealLifeDD gets you 25% off and no delivery fees on your first order. Shout out to DoorDash. I think we're...
Wait. You know what happens when Jay leaves?
You talk about the album.
We talk about the
Explain
album.
it to Chalmers.
Chalmers.
Yeah.
I found this thing on YouTube, this hip hop channel that I like that makes documentaries. And the guy goes, do you know what Fiverr is? The website Fiverr?
No, never heard of it.
It's kind of like Taskmaster, TaskRabbit rather. It's like a little tiny job website. So you can be like, I am a unknown hip hop producer. I will make you a beat for $50. I am an unknown ghostwriter of lyrics. I will ghostwrite lyrics on the beat that you just had made for $30. Other guys like, I'm a rapper you've never heard of. You give me that beat, you give me those lyrics. I'm going to knock this song out for you. So this guy made an album for $500. He doesn't play any instruments, doesn't do anything. He's like, I was like DJ Khaled of this. I just came up with the concepts, and for $500, he put an album out on Spotify with like 8 songs. And it was really good. So I was like,
really?
Yeah.
What's the album called? And who is this
I'll
person?
send you the link. If you look on YouTube though, it's like I spent $500 on an album from Fiverr or something, but I'll send you the link to it. It's actually pretty good. So I was watching this and I was like, well, shit, I'll do that. I'll make a Oilers Nation album. And I'll come up with funny songs and I'll send them out there. And like the fact that I don't actually have to appear in any of them makes it doable. So I have a $500 budget I allotted myself, and I'm going to make a 6-song EP.
Okay.
Yeah. And I already have like a track list and like kind of an idea of what each song is about. And I have like some songs that are kind of the type of song I want these beat makers to make and shit. So all summer long, I'm going to keep talking on the show about like getting input from people and stuff on the songs I'm making.
Is it all hip hop?
I think so, but like 2 are still TBD. I thought we'd like crowdsource what they should be about, but 4 of them are hip hop.
And who's writing? So you're getting them to write the lyrics, but you're telling them like kind of a little synopsis of what you would like
exactly
it to be about.
Yeah. So I'm like, how this guy did it in the video was he came up with the like concept of each song. So this guy really liked emo rap for whatever reason. So he's always in his feelings. So he's like, make it like this song, but make it about this and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, all I want to do is turn up. Like every song I like is turned down for what, and songs like that. So this is the kind of beats I want to get. And one's like a diss track. I'll tell you that one. One's a diss track, the hardest diss track ever against our ops. And it works for every single team in the NHL. And if we drop this diss track, other teams will crumble before it.
And what's release date on this?
I'm hoping season opener.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's funny, eh? $500.
If
you told me I had to perform, I wouldn't do it. What's that? Listening party? Could do. And so then Kennedy and I are going to make videos for all 6 songs. So we're going to drop it on Spotify, drop it on YouTube. Here's my thinking. If by some miracle we could get 5,000 streams on Spotify, our band is more legit than a lot of bands on Spotify. Like for real.
Why?
Because so many garage bands put their shit on Spotify, no one listens to them. And then they're just like, like a podcast that gets no listens, or a blog that gets no readers, right? There's a lot of bands on Spotify that upload their music that never get 5,000 streams. So that's my goal. 5,000 streams.
Why don't you get somebody to write write the lyrics, and I'll perform it?
Really?
Why not?
Featuring Cowboy Chris? Oh, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You think you could go spit bars?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out, isn't there?
I could get you some fire lyrics.
I can sing.
What kind of song would you want to rap? Like what would be a similar type song where you're like, if it was this type of beat and this speed and this level of thug, Chris Chalmers could rap this shit Cowboy Chris style.
Lots of, you could name anyone by Drake, like Come Through by Drake, something that had like singing and rapping in it.
You want to sing too?
Fuck yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I?
Oh, this is dope. Fine. Why not? It's our album. We could do whatever we want.
Do what I want. Hey, we do what we want.
Okay. Then I would ask you for this. If you found me like 2 styles of a similar beat and you're like, I want to make a song like this, we'll make one of the 6 songs with you. And I'll get the beats made. So you have to send them a couple inspo songs and be like, it's kind of like this.
If you think of some of like Kanye's best songs, he's half rapping, half singing in some of those.
Now, remember though, we're going to break our own hearts if we set our sights on being like 808s and Heartbreak and shit. Cause we're going to get like a $30 beat from a guy in Detroit. And we're going to be like, this is an 808s a heartbeat.
No, you got to have your inspiration though. My
first song on there, I'll just tell you right now for context. I was like, Lil Pump Boss is the song and Lil Pump Crazy. And I was like, this is the type of beat I want somebody to make. So they're very similar types of songs. I think they have the same producer. That's enough theoretically. I should be able to give it to a beat maker on Fiverr and get a beat back for 50 bones.
What if you don't like it? Can you get a refund?
You could. In this video the guy made, he says, I didn't do back and forth with anybody. I just took what they gave me first shot because he wanted out of for like the need for speed to put this album together in like a week.
Right.
theoretically you can go back and forth. But like I found this guy on Fiverr. I was looking on the weekend to try to line up some fire producers for a not fire price. This guy, I think, was in like the Dominican Republic or something. He's like, I've been making beats for 25 years. I've made beats for this guy, that guy, the other guy. Some I'd heard of, some I hadn't. $60. Like, it's not that hard to make an album in 2022. I predict great things. 5,000 streams.
Send the link to that YouTube video, and
I
then
will.
we should put it on the social so people also know how to find it.
I think I did.
Oh,
I thought I put it out on our Twitter.
Did you?
If not, I'll send it out again.
Anyways, whenever Jay leaves, because he's busy boss man, we would talk about how this album's coming out.
I like that idea.
Update.
Remember the head of the guy that we laughed at when the boys went to LA in the playoffs that we said was Bag Milk, and then Bag Milk changed his profile to be his head glued on? That head is the album cover. With a parental discretion, explicit lyrics warning on the cover. Because you know if I'm getting involved, there's swears.
Mm-hmm.
Your M Chuck, you wouldn't last 5 minutes on this album. You'd spit two fire lyrics and then quit mid-song.
Yeah. Demanding a pay raise.
Yeah. Something about baseball.
I'm way too good for this. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up another episode of the Real Life Podcast brought to you by the HGA Group. Good album update, Wanye. I look forward to more of these. Chalmers, was good to have you back. Maybe one day we'll have you back in studio. Who knows?
Good to be back. Yeah, life's getting simpler. It's we're simplifying, everybody. Simplifying.
You're giving away one of your kids?
Yeah. Yeah. No,
find out which one next show.
Find out which one next show. I keep the one I like the most. Money on which one it is. Their sports are coming to an end. Their spring stuff. They've only got a few things in the summer that they do. Work is getting a little less stressful. So, life's going to be good here pretty soon. Real good.
Good stuff, Charles. All right. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back later in the week.
See you then.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.